What was curious to me, the Israeli military's explanation on Tuesday was that this strike targeted a camera that it said was being used by Hamas for surveillance. However, a few hours after this happened, the Prime Minister Netanyahu, he expressed regret for what he called a tragic mishap. So what are your thoughts on the messaging in the aftermath of this attack?
This is Hamas's tactics of hiding behind civilians, using them as shields, and so tragedies like these do take place precisely because that is the battlefield that Hamas, in violation of international law and law of armed conflict, has created here. The fact remains that Israel needs to rescue its remaining 20 hostages, and really for the sake of the Gazan people as well, to rid them of Hamas's yoke, which obviously all of this operation is about. Now, as for actions that happen, mistakes, Israel, like any modern military, has systems of accountability, has processes for holding those accountable, following investigations. So that's for Israel to do and to follow those conclusions where they lead.
Yeah, and what does that process look like? What's the timeline? What does accountability look like in a circumstance like this?
Well, I think it's really, we ought to give it to Israel to let them play out their process. You know, they have a code of military justice. They have institutions that take care of these matters, much like ours do. And so I think that is the right of every modern nation state, democracy, and Israel is following through that, look, in a very complicated battlefield terrain. And so this is probably, this is not the first time, obviously, it's happened, and it's, not the first time in modern warfare that these types of tragedies take place when civilians are in harm's way.